Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to another Evil Genius 2 video, a little bit more speculation from E3. We got a little bit of in-game footage, or at least early sort of pre-alpha footage, moving footage of the game. It looks really, really exciting. We're going to dive in. There's just 6 very short little clips. These were used as B-roll in the background of interviews and stuff over E3, but they are available in the press kit, so we've ripped them all to shreds and put them here to have a look at. We've got 3 training videos, first of all. Here we can see some of the guards training with the rifle, the regular gun range, I guess. If I remember in the original, there was a gun range and then a rifle range, and they were 2 separate ones, and they leveled up a little bit more. Whether that works here or not, I don't know. But you can see the 3 of them there working on. That's to be 3 separate items, I'm pretty sure, that you can place down to let them train up their gun use. And I see you can see the different models that we said we get, hair colours, skin colours, variations, things like that. Next up we have a punch bot, so again another military one. In fact, I think all the ones they showed actually were military, so this looks like it's going to be the basic sort of minion to guard one. This is because you can see a minion working on it here. This is the one that's going to level them up in the first place into a guard. And then finally we have a martial arts one. So this time it looks like this is going to be the 4th one. So what I imagine here is that guards use the guns to become these sort of commando style ones, and then these commandos ones can then branch out. Usually in the base game, in the first game, sorry, it went. There was 3 types, which they have confirmed that's going to repeat again. So there's a security style minion, there's the scientist style minion, and then there's the social style minion, as the original game had. And then each of those branches off a little bit towards the end. So I imagine here, from guards to commandos, if I remember rightly, commandos could go to martial arts and to... Oh, what was the other one? I forget. But I remember the late levels of the social ones could go in towards like diplomats and playboys and things like that. You know, different ways of sort of sending out your evil tendrils through social formalities. So there we go. There's the 3 training montages we got. All like I say, military ones, or security ones at least. One thing I actually forgot to mention there, I'm adding a little clip in here. Interesting that it doesn't seem that minions train other minions. In the original game, it would take a guard minion to train a regular minion into a guard. Here it seems to be that they're doing it of their own accord, which is quite interesting. One, I think it's a good move, because you would constantly have 20 of your minions unavailable because they were teaching another one, which was always a bit of a problem. And also, if you if you lost 5 of your martial artists and had 1 left, it would take ages for him to start training up a few more. Sometimes like a year of play. But then also, I quite liked the idea that you would go and capture somebody in the world map with a special skill. Like you start off capturing a maid to get yourself a valet, and then they interrogate that maid to create a valet, and then that valet passes on his information to others. So it'd be interesting to see how they deal with that, because that was a really quite fun mechanic, but it did mean that a lot of your minions were out of action a lot of time, just replacing the minions that fell in battle or whatever. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they approach that, but it does seem to be here that it no longer needs 1 minion to train another minion. We've got a little overview here of the command station in progress with Maximilian standing there. This looks so great. There's something so chunky about it, and I think the art style is really good. I'm really glad that they've kind of taken that sort of 60s aesthetic, that's a retro-futuristic aesthetic that the original game had, and obviously takes a lot of references from things like the early Bond movies and later on things like Austin Powers. So I love the fact that that's kind of carried on through. But there's definitely like a chunky sort of art style to this. It reminds me very much of 2 Point Hospital. Again, that had that sort of very sort of feelable art style almost, like it was kind of made out of modelling clay almost. But it looks really great. Again, I'm not too sure about the satellites in an underground base, but it kind of shows you what that bit of kit does, I guess. And you can see Maximilian there. I imagine Maximilian gives off stat boost like he did in the original, like all the geniuses did in the original actually. But yeah, that's looking awesome. We also got an exterior shot of the island, so that's this one here. This is the fact that this is in game really excites me, because this looks like a cutscene. This looks, I mean, it may well be a cutscene still, but if this is what we work from and build into, wow, that's pretty astonishing, isn't it? Look at that, how gorgeous does that look? Fantastic. Wow, really excited. It doesn't really give us much to go on. I imagine all this is set here. These swimming pools and chairs and stuff, I imagine that's just like a set piece. I can't imagine you placing those down. Most of your work is going to be done inside the base, which we have had a very early look at being built. Basically, that security room that they showed us before, that training room, sorry, that they showed us before here, being built out with different bits of training. So here, as we look at it then, we've got the three that we saw, the shooting range there, the martial arts setup, and the sort of basic guard training, I imagine. On the left here, I'm thinking we've probably got another guard training. That looks like guys sort of hiding like a target practice between windows and doors and stuff. And at the top there, that to me looks like it's going to be some sort of scientist training. That seems like a blackboard with scientific equations on and stuff like that, so that's really quite exciting to see. Above us there you get a better look at what I assume is going to be a casino from the looks of things. Really excited to see that that's put into the main base. I think that's a really great way of doing that. Minion wise, I'm not sure we can really take much from here. We can kind of see guards, what I imagine are going to be scientists, these guys in blue, minions, and there seems to be some sort of that there, right, okay, here. This screenshot here, that looks a little bit like Eli. That looks a little bit like Eli Barracuda, which is one of the henchmen from the original game. So excited to see more of him. He was one of my favourites. And also, talking to henchmen, it has been confirmed now that the Red Genius, the guy, the sort of Russian military guy that we've seen on screen, on their sort of promo pictures, that is Red Ivan. It has been confirmed that Red Ivan, who was a henchman in the original game, has now sort of leveled up a bit and is now one of the playable evil geniuses. The other two yet to be announced fully. Excited to see more from them. I'm not sure how much more we're going to see for a while. There is going to be a beta of this game sometime this year. They've said the game launch itself is next year, but any new news that comes through will be reported here on Geekism as soon as I get my grubby little mitts on it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you can give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries, suggestions, you can pop all those down in the comments. And if you fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at John T. Sparrow. If you'd like to join in with the Geekism community, you can do so over on our Geekism Discord server. You'll find the link for that in the description. Thank you to all of our patrons. They make these videos possible, through their generous support at patreon.com/geekism. And don't forget to check out our affiliate links. Get yourself some cheap games and other goodies while supporting the channel at the same time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.